grab that content. So why would you actually want to develop for these things? First of all, creeping people out is a good way of actually developing for these things. Even though Google won't allow you to add in apps that do face detection. Face detection is just an API that Android allows you to use, therefore you can use it on Google Glass. They won't actually put your app on the store, and they say you should not do that. Of course, you can still give out APK files to people to put on their devices, and so it's not going to stop them. So you can creep people out. There's a lot of good advertising that you can do developing for these devices, even though at least the Android Wear Watch and Google Glass doesn't allow you to do traditional advertising, so you can't spend money and get people looking at your device. What you can do is you can create an app that is like, wow, they put this thing on Google Glass. So the Discover banking app is one of those. And so you can check your balance on the Google Glass. And so they get a lot of press by saying, hey, we're already on Google Glass for people to use, even though realistically there's probably 10,000 people, maybe 15,000 people with Google Glass. It's still a good way of advertising your service. And I think that's going to be the same with Android Wear. If you want to develop for Android Wear now, Google are going to do a lot of promotion of that device. And if your app is one of those that takes advantage of that, then they're going to want to showcase you. So that's probably a good way of, again, advertising your app without actually doing advertising. And it's also a hot topic. It gets featured all over the place. Smartwatches, wearables, that sort of future. Even gets mentioned on The Simpsons, even though it gets mocked. It gets mocked a lot. If you saw the keynote yesterday, Google Glass got mocked. So even if people don't like it, they still mention it all over the place. And so that's not going to stop